The trade war between the United States and China has reignited, with President Donald Trump announcing steep new tariffs and restrictions in response to Beijing's tightening of export controls on rare earth minerals. The move marks the sharpest escalation in economic tensions between the world's two largest economies in 6 months. Last week on Friday, President Trump unveiled plans to impose an additional 100% tariff on all Chinese exports to the United States. He also announced fresh restrictions on the export of any and all critical software beginning November 1st, 9 days before the current tariff relief is set to expire.
Based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who were similarly threatened, starting November 1st, 2025 United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China, over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also on November 1st, we will impose export controls on any and all critical software.
Trump's measures come after China's decision to expand export curbs on rare earth elements, which are key materials used in advanced technologies including smartphones, electric vehicles, and military systems. Describing China's actions as a hostile order, President Trump said the United States had been left with no choice but to respond financially. The president also hinted at possible new restrictions on U.S. airplane parts and technology exports to China, though no formal announcement has in fact been made.
For every element that they have been able to monopolize, we have two. I never thought it would come to this, but perhaps, as with all things, the time has come. Ultimately, though potentially painful, it will be a very good thing in the end for the USA. One of the policies that we are calculating at this moment is a massive increase of tariffs on Chinese products coming into the United States of America.
Beijing swiftly condemned Washington's latest measures, calling them a case of double standards. The spokesman for China's Commerce Ministry said, quote, "China's position on the trade war is consistent. We do not want it, but we are not afraid of it," end quote. The ministry further defended its rare earth curbs as necessary for national security, citing global instability and rising military conflicts. However, China stopped short of announcing immediate retaliatory tariffs on American goods.
Just consulting the relevant Chinese authorities for specific inquiries. The United States imposing restrictions on Chinese airlines operations is not conducive to fostering people-to-people exchanges between the two countries. We suggest that the U.S. instead reflect on the impact of its own policies on its domestic enterprises, rather than unjustifiably suppressing other nations and making global consumers foot the bill.
Markets reacted sharply to the renewed tensions, but despite the jitters, President Trump appeared to soften his tone over the weekend. Taking to Truth Social, he wrote, quote, "The USA wants to help China, not hurt it." The renewed trade tensions have also cast uncertainty over a possible meeting between President Trump and China's Xi Jinping at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in South Korea later this month. President Trump initially suggested he might cancel the meeting, calling it pointless, but later clarified, saying, quote, "We haven't canceled anything yet. I just don't know if they were going to have it," end quote.
No, I haven't canceled, but I don't know that we're going to have it. But I'm going to be there regardless, so I would assume we might have it. But, you know, they hit the world with something that really is not anything that people are going to do.
The fragile calm achieved earlier this year now appears in jeopardy as both sides are accusing each other of economic aggression and maintaining tough stances. The coming days, however, may determine whether the world's two biggest economies step back from confrontation or move closer and closer to a full-scale trade war.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is First Post Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.